Okay, here we go. So I've got my bin of seed starting mix. And I've got my tray, which my blocks will end up in when I'm finished. My soil blocker is here. I'm gonna scooch this over a little bit. Oh, don't forget some seeds, right? So I'm gonna scooch this over just a little bit so you can see me use this motion in order to get the soil inside these areas of this block, right? So let me punch it out first. It's empty. What I do is kind of use a back and forth rocking motion with one hand. I guess you could use two hands to make sure the soil is firmly packed inside that soil block. And you can tell because it starts to round out at the bottom when you can't get any more in there. And then I'm going to push this aside so you can see what else happens. I'm going to bring this down on top of my tray and press firmly until it lets go. And there's my soil block. I don't know if you can see these indentations that these buttons have made at the top of each soil block, and it's a row of 5. Now, honestly, I think this seedling mix could be a little more wet. So I'm gonna add a little more water. I think that coconut coir probably absorbed a little bit more as I was setting up. So here's more, just to get it a little bit wetter. And let's go for this again. So again, I'm gonna use this rocking motion to get the soil inside the blocks. And I'm gonna take out any crazy sticks that I see in there. Try to get it nice and even. I like this because I can hear the wetness, can hear a little bit of mushiness in there. And then I'm gonna move this over so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna place the soil blocker right next to the row that I just made and squeeze and lift. And it's like a little brownie, you guys. Isn't that cool? So after I've made several rows, and I won't do that now so that I can finish demonstrating, then I will plant my seeds. So let's just pretend I've got several rows in this tray. I've got some pepper seed. Now, I planted pepper seed in mid-February because pepper and tomatoes take a little bit of time. So you want to start those indoors. For me right now, fish pepper is going to be what I demonstrate with. This is going to be my backup, as I have some in the greenhouse now, but you never know how they're going to turn out. So I'm going to put one in each hole. Sometimes I put 2, but I don't think I want to thin these out. If there's 2 that go in by accident, no problem. Okay, so I put 1 in each hole, and one hole had 2 in it. And then I'm just going to take a little of this the seedling mix, and just tap it into that hole just to cover it up lightly. And I'm not pressing down super firmly, but I'm making sure there's no gap of air in there because seeds do not like to have air pockets around them when they're trying to get started. So I'm just shoving a little bit of this seedling mix into that hole to cover it up. Hey, it's raining again. Perfect timing. After you finish planting your seeds in your soil block, don't worry, these might kind of come apart a little bit, but for the most part, they stay firm. They'll start to dry out because moisture will be wicked away in the air. The seeds will be drawing up moisture to help them germinate. You're gonna water the tray at the bottom. Like I've got a handy dandy waterer, just like this. And this is gonna help those seeds absorb that water just slowly as they get going on the seedling mat. So I hope this was a cool demonstration for you. If you've never used a soil blocker before, I highly recommend it. It's very environmentally friendly because you get away from using plastic. Even if you're reusing a lot of your six cell trays, you know, they can get dirty, they can start to wear out. Consider this, then you're done with that. You're still gonna have to pot up at a certain point, meaning when your seedlings have one or two sets of true leaves on them, then they're gonna need, and you'll probably see roots coming out of the edges of these blocks. You're gonna probably need to put them into a bigger pot so that they can continue to grow. And that's what I do. And for that stage, I do use a 4x4 that's plastic. But I've eliminated that first step. And this is basically much healthier for the seedling to grow up in its early stages. I'll link something below to direct you to a video where somebody goes into in depth, in detail about why using a soil blocker makes a whole lot of sense. Well, I hope you like this, and hey, we got a really good day to get everything in. I'm super excited because, you know, for me, when this kind of thing happens, when I'm prepping my beds, when I'm starting seeds indoors, the second pass, it really feels like spring. So enjoy yourself and try something new this gardening season, whether it's a new type of seed or a new type of technique or a new type of starting mix. You know, keep yourself engaged in what engages you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.